Welcome back to another episode of Matt Chat. I'm your host, Jesse Cala, or Coach Cala is what the kids call me. If you joined yesterday, we live streamed the quarterfinals. So if you didn't check out the quarterfinals, I have them on my channel. Go check them out. I'm a HYROX athlete, local PE teacher, marathon runner. But most importantly, when it's March Madness, I love talking NCAA wrestling. So I'm your host, Jesse Cala again, just trying to help my students and supporters get moving. But enough of me talking. Let's talk wrestling. All right. It was a great finals yesterday, or semifinals yesterday. And now we're going to host or live stream some of the medal rounds. Now, I know it started at 11. I just did some training at my friend Nick Newell's gym, best MMA fighter to come out of Connecticut. And now it's time to live stream. So let's get this going. Who's here? Now, let me see if I can do it on my laptop instead of my phone so we can just share the screen and I can watch at the same time. That would make way more sense, people. And I'm going to change my hat because this one is not fitting correct. My HYROX hat. There we go. How's that looking? Much better. Boom, boom, boom. Crazy. All right. I'm going to find where I can watch wrestling right now. Is it still on ESPN Plus? Let me see. Wrestling. If you're in the chat, sorry, I'm just looking for the medal rounds. I believe I just found them. All right, I found them. Beautiful. Now, for the medal rounds, though, can I watch a split screen? There we go. Beautiful. Just give me 1 second, and I'll share my screen in 1 moment, everybody. Just trying to make sure I can move my computer so everybody can see, because it's not fair that you have to pay several different subscriptions just to watch the sport we all love. I'm all about that life, so why not? I mean, I'm just trying to show the sport. Bam! We got, oh no, it's not doing it. I can't do it on there. All right, hold on, chat. I am going to try to live stream on my phone. So let me just grab my phone really quick. Let me grab my phone really quick. All right. Phone. Tripod. Well, what did everybody think of the semifinals last night? Type it in the chat. Did Luke Davino or did PJ Duke get that takedown? Let me know in the chat. I thought that was absolutely insane that he did not get it. Well, that is why it's called March Madness, everybody, if you're just joining. I think Duke had the takedown. I just wish the ref didn't stop while it was going. And then when they looked back at it in slow motion, that's why they didn't call it the 3. But all of the pictures, obviously, and all the stuff on Instagram and Twitter and all those things are showing why it could have been 3. So it's really tough for me to say. I can't seem to find NCAA wrestling on my. There's Fubo TV, college wrestling. Where is the college wrestling? Here it is. Okay. I just tried that.
You think you have it, and then with 30 seconds left.
All right, we got it. We got it, everybody. Bam. So I probably don't need this anymore. Put that back in there. Let's live stream. Any crazy things happen in the medal rounds yet, or what? Let me grab my other tripod. Again, sorry for the delay. I was training with my friend Nick Newell, and it's tough live streaming all day when you got stuff to do. All right, here we go. Tripod. Bam. Bam. There we go, people. We got Lucas Bird versus Jacob Van D. Bird is looking tough on top. It is 4-4. Why is it so tough? And yes, I had to go back to my other room. All right. Jacob Van D versus Lucas Bird. Tough scramble right now. Jacob Van D is trying to pull the leg over, and Lucas Bird is locking inside between the legs. First one to score here wins. It is an overtime, everybody. Holy cow. This is a great match. Shout out to Lucas Bird for wrestling back. I believe this is the third place match. Yeah. Third place. Does anybody know if this is the third place match if you're watching? Again, can't thank everybody enough who was here yesterday watching. It means a lot. We had over 200 people in the chat. It was unbelievable. I'm the New Haven Wrestling coach. We got the best team and the best pizza. Let's go. Shout out Rudy's for the collab. Is that 3? No 3 there. All right, right out time. Craziest match yesterday, though, had to be the PJ Duke versus Landon Robideau. That was unbelievable. I cannot believe Landon won. I will say I thought he had more reaction time, but it also seems like PJ Duke let go of the grip after the ref called 3. That's why it was so controversial. Oh, Bird going to his back on that Granby roll. Jacob Van D's doing a great job riding on top. Double legs in. All right, he's out. 13 seconds. Just about 13 seconds of riding time there. So let's see what happens with Lucas Bird going on top. It is 5-4 right now. They're in rideouts, everybody. I agree, Derek Carr. Derek Carr from yesterday, you the man. And if anybody has a specific match they want to watch, we could try to do it on the phone because the TV is occupied right now and I can't live stream on the laptop while doing the YouTube channel. So that was crazy that I can't do that. But I kind of want to watch it on my computer so I don't have to look this way the whole time. So we'll see. They should have definitely let him finish that takedown, though. I completely agree with you. Oh, with the reversal for Jacob Van D and back points. I don't know about the back points there. That was tough. But Bird can get a reversal and win. He's got to get his 1. 4 seconds left. Oh, that was for 7th place? What? Where's the 3rd place match, chat? Great for them, but come on. Or is 3rd place not on yet? All right, whatever. We'll see. We'll see who's next. We'll see who's next. What finals match is everybody looking forward to tonight? Also, yes, I was literally just about to say that, Derek Carr. You're the man. Younger Bastida versus AJ Ferrari yesterday was unbelievable. Younger just shows how tough he is, no matter how strong any of his opponents are. He bullied AJ Ferrari. I have never seen AJ Ferrari look that weak against anybody, ever. All right, let's see if there's another match on. Again, thanks for joining. Sorry that it's on my phone today. It's tough doing it on the TV and occupying the TV all day. All right, I guess we can only go one match at a time on here, it looks like. All right, we got a quick commercial break. Let's see what's the next match. I feel like the computer had more matches, though, chat. What do you think? And let's look at the brackets while we're waiting, like yesterday. NCAA Wrestling brackets for the medal rounds. Yeah, I just cannot believe how good the semifinals were yesterday. All 4 freshmen wrestling at 133 was just unbelievable. I will say Jax Forrest really put the work to Aaron Seidel. Seidel's a great wrestler. I think we're looking at our next biggest rivalry, but not as big as what PJ Duke versus Landon Robideau will be for the next few years. All right, let me share my screen. All right, let's see. Medal matches. Conti semis, Connor Doucette versus AJ Ferrari, medical forfeit, which is absurd to me. Take Ali over Ben Keeter. They didn't do that one yet. Wow, so if this started at 11, I really didn't miss much. Shout out me for not missing a workout. Let's go. Let's go. Who thinks Luke Lildahl has it in the bag tonight? And does Penn State go 6 for 6? I think Max McNally is getting his get back against Rocco Wells. Rocco looked really tough yesterday. It was. I felt bad for Silas Allred for not doing his best in that match and getting hurt. But what are you gonna do? Rocco Wells was absolutely dogging him on top. I think 125 is going to be great. I can't wait to watch Jax Forrest bonus Ben DeVino. I do not see Ben DeVito winning, especially after last night's match versus Marcus Blaze. He couldn't finish any shots on him, and I just feel like it's going to be way harder to score on Jax Forrest. I will say Jesse Mendez versus Luke Stanich yesterday was one of the closer matches, and everybody in the chat yesterday was calling that Luke Stanich could potentially upset him. So I'm really curious how Jesse's going to do against a young freshman, true freshman, I should say, Sergio Vega, who's impossible to take down. How has he not gotten taken down in college? He is a beast. And then, of course, at 141, or at 149, we have Shane Van Ness versus the Stanford wrestler, Aiden Valencia. All right, so it's showing it all the mats right now, but I want to see the whole screen. There we go. How come I can't watch all these matches at once? That's what I want to do. Let me take a look, chat, before I start spamming it. Where do I see all of those matches? That's right there. View schedule. Ah, found it. Found it. Nope. We got Carroll versus Suba. Any match in particular people are curious to see? We got Gallagher versus Hepner. Hepner, who almost beat Mitchell Messingbrink, and then Mitchell went crazy on him afterwards. Swiderski. There we go. We got 4 matches at once. That's what I'm talking about, chat. They're doing all the 7th place matches first. Now I see. Gabe Arnold's wrestling right now for 7th. We'll keep this match on. Oh, that broke. Much stronger than I look. All right. Sorry, everybody. Having some technical difficulties today. Bam. Can y'all see? Boom. Let's go. Yeah, you're right. It's just 7th place matches right now, which kind of stinks because I'm curious to see who wins, but I would love to see some better matches. How's that right there? Perfect. I should get a better tripod. All right. I just wish I could share it on my TV. If it's tough to see, let me know. I'm going to stop sharing my brackets. There we go. All right. I'm going to try to just share the Gabe Arnold match so everybody has a better chance at seeing what's going on. But shout out to Gabe Arnold for All-American. Let's be honest. He was at 174 most of the season, back up. Then he went back up. I mean, he is just a true team player. Here it is right here. Gabe Arnold versus John from Maryland. Boom. Come on, man. Why am I fumbling this right now? It's so much easier on the TV chat. Sorry. All right, there we go. I'm going to sit right here so I can watch with y'all. Come on, Gabe Arnold. He's winning 6-2 right now. 25 seconds left. Sorry, chat. Don't forget to like and subscribe from yesterday. I was at 1,094. I'm at 1,160. Please help me get to 1,200 by the end of this video. That would be huge for me. I don't plan on stopping until it's the finals. So keep me to my word. If more people come in, I'll definitely stay on, but I'll probably be off by 2 o'clock. Try to keep this at 2 to 3 hours max. Need to take a break. Gabe Arnold, baby. He got it in the bag, chat. Let's go. Gabe Arnold, All-American for Iowa. That's a true player. That's a true wrestler, team player. 7th in the nation, 2 weight classes up. Can you imagine what he would have done at his true weight class, 174? I still think he's a better wrestler all around than Patrick Kennedy, but maybe he just can't beat him in a wrestle up. I don't know what it is. Shout out Gabe Arnold. Gabe Arnold, 7th place. All right, I'm going to try to look up live team scores while we're doing this too. Live team scores for NCAA Wrestling. Right now, the team scores are NCAA doesn't have it. Let's try and see. Where are the team scores, chat? Let's see what Flow Wrestling has for that one. Team scores. If anybody knows the team scores, please type it in the chat. That would mean a lot to me. If I get the Flow Wrestling app, it should tell you all of them. All right, I'm on Flow right now. I have the app and an account. Yeah, I don't see it. Where are the team scores? Oh, Penn State right here. Last updated at 12:08. Word, 10 minutes ago. 161 point. Oh, I'll share my screen. What am I doing, chat? What am I doing over there? Bam. Thank you for this. Penn State, 161. Oklahoma State, 117. Shout out to Oklahoma State. Who would have thought? Who would have thought they would have 4 freshmen in the finals? More than Penn State. I mean, not trying to knock on Penn State. They definitely should have had PJ Duke. I think DeVito won that match versus Blaze. I don't feel like there was much of a controversy there. Then, of course, we have Nebraska, 3rd place. And shout out to Iowa and Tom Brands. He got a lot of hate this year. Even hey, I was riding the bandwagon for a little bit too, saying, what is he doing? What's going on? But he still has, 7 All-Americans? 7 out of 10, and he only qualified 9. Shout out to Tom and Terry Brands. You two rock as a twin. Appreciate it. But the job's not finished. Ohio State's right behind you by a point in 5th place. And then, of course, Stanford. Wow, great for Stanford, a team that almost cut the program 6 years ago. Shout out to Nico Provo from the town next door to me. Actually wrestled youth wrestling where I actually coach now, so it's pretty cool. Or teach now, I should say. But, man, shout out to Iowa for doing great. They're in 4th place. I don't see them coming back to take 3rd. I don't know, chat. Do you think Iowa could come back and take 3rd over Nebraska? Because who does Nebraska have in the finals? They just have Trelly Taylor, and I actually think Landon's going to beat him, even though that was my initial pick. But I feel like Iowa's going to wrestle back well other than the Ferrari brothers, or other than Angela. I still can't believe both of them did not wrestle back. Makes no sense to me. But let's watch the Spratley match. I enjoy watching Troy Spratley. He's a beast. I thought he wrestled very poor against Luke Lodahl. Again, sorry. I'm not sorry. But wasn't planning on doing the semis last night. I know a lot of people were asking yesterday in the chat. But when you got family and friends over, it's way more important to do that instead of live streaming. Troy Spratley versus Jay Moran. Jay Moran got way more respect yesterday. I mean, he is a beast for a guy that's wrestling for Indiana University, a team that doesn't get much credit. I mean, this is unbelievable what is going on. Troy Spratley's looking tough, though. Tough on top right now. This is the 5th place match. All right, so they must have just started 5th place matches, right, chat? If anybody knows, let me know in the chat. All right, come on, go back to the match. There we go. Any match that we're looking forward to the most tonight? If you need a recap, at 125, it's Luke Lodahl. I'll type it all in the chat too. 125, Luke Lodahl. Luke verse. Why am I blanking on his name? Who's at 125? I'm blanking on that one. Luke verse 125. 125. Why am I blanking on his name? Who remembers who Luke Lodahl's wrestling tonight? NCAA Finals tonight brackets. Let's see. No, not March Madness. Wrestling. All right, chat. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I'm not seeing any. Oh, updated bracket after 4. Here we go. Perfect. I'm going to share my screen. For the finals tonight at 125, we have Luke Lildahl versus McGowan from Princeton. He wrestled a great tournament yesterday. A great tournament. McGowan, you were an absolute beast. He could potentially be the first champion since Patrick Glory in 2023. Arguably, he could have had 2 championships with the way Nick Soriano wrestled him in 2022. But you never know. After that, at 133, we have, well, let's also look at the wrestlebacks. I'm going to put my glasses on really quick. Wrestlebacks. Spratley versus Robinson? No, Spratley versus Moran is wrestling right now. For 5th place. 133 finals, we have Forrest versus Davino. Mendez versus Vega, 141. Shane Van Ness, who looked unbelievable in the semis yesterday. Unbelievable. Shane Van Ness versus Aiden Valencia from Stanford. Not related to Zahid Valencia. Landon Robideau with one of the most controversial calls in wrestling history. Shout out to my new segment that I will be doing hopefully once wrestling season is over. I actually did a video last week on Jordan Oliver versus Logan Stieber to talk about controversial calls. If you're a true wrestling fan, you will know that match right away. Was that too? You let me know in the chat. But go back and watch that video. I think next time I'm going to live stream and do that at the same time. And then, yeah, Robideau versus Taylor, the defending champ. We'll see. Messingbrink versus Caliendo for the 9th time. Maybe Caliendo has it in him. Messingbrink hasn't looked his best, I would say, this whole tournament. Not just because of the 6-0, but I even felt like he looked a little fatigued in some of the matches. And again, he would absolutely smoke me, so I'm not trying to talk any smack. Levi Haynes looked phenomenal yesterday. Tech fall in the semis, of course. But I cannot wait to watch the semifinals rematch of the finals from the Big Ten. Levi Haynes versus Lenny Pinto, or versus Minto from Nebraska. I cannot wait to watch that because Minto was very, very close to beating Levi at the Big Tens with that crazy call with the leg scissors around the neck. Ooh, is Spratley going to get the pin? Is Spratley going to get it? Spratley with the pin, chat. Spratley over Moran. Wow. Shout out Troy Spratley. What place was that? 5th? Absolute beast. Shout out to Troy Spratley for that one. All right, moving on. Rocco Wells versus Max McAnally. Does Max McAnally get his get back? Comment in the chat what you think is going to happen. Josh Barr versus Merrill. I got Josh Barr with a bonus. And I think Josh Barr is going to get the Hodge because he will have a 100% bonus on everybody. And last but not least, the most exciting heavyweight matchup in recent years, I would say, besides Wyatt versus Gable Stevenson, is Younger Bastida versus Isaac Trumbull. Younger looked unstoppable yesterday, but Isaac Trumbull, I don't think he's gotten taken down all season either. He looks phenomenal too. So who do we got? Younger or Isaac Trumbull, chat? I can't wait to watch. All right, who we got next? Medal rounds. Who do we got next, chat? Why is it so? There we go. Bam. Anybody else watching at home? If you are, appreciate you just watching. Just a local PE teacher trying to get my students and supporters to get moving. And my goal for 2026 was just to really grow the sport of college wrestling with my match chats. I love talking NCAA wrestling. I'm just addicted to watching it. It's so exciting. March Madness is really the best time of the year. All right, come on, let's get to the next match. I wish I could show it on my computer, but it shut down right away when I tried that, chat. But if you're listening, please don't forget to like and subscribe. The username is just at Coach_Cala. Where's everybody at? Come on, chat. Where's everybody at? Let's get all those people back in here. I can't believe there was 200 of you. I know the quarterfinals, that was way more exciting than the medal rounds. But what it is. I'll stay on for a little bit, see how the energy feels. And if not, maybe we'll get out of here at 1. We'll see. We'll see. But I think I'll stay till 2 o'clock. I got not much to do. Just waiting for the next match to start. There should be a whole thing where I can, watch multiple matches at once. Similar to how the semis were, the quarterfinals. I don't want to watch all 4 in a bracket. I want to see 2 at a time. All right, we got Brock Hardy versus Luke Stanich. Super excited. Who do we have in the chat? Brock Hardy versus Luke Stanich. Who we got? Ferrari's going on Mat 3 right now. Oh, I kind of want to watch this match. Sorry, one arm fisherman. After this match, though, I will definitely go do that. Is this for 3rd? Yeah, 3rd place match. 3rd place match. Let's see what we got. Come on. I'm going with Luke Stanich. I love Brock Hardy, but I did not support Luke Stanich enough going into this, and I kind of want the underdog to win. I just feel like because, both Ferraris forfeited out. I just feel like Lehigh just doesn't get enough credit. Look at the forward pressure from Luke Stanich, wrestling tough against Brock Hardy. Brock Hardy's trying to work his left side underhook. He's got the beautiful, colorful shoes on. I forgot what they're called. The sissies? Maybe they're called the sissies. I can't recall. I think Younger gets it done too, Derek Carr. And if you're related to David Carr, that's sick. All right, not much going on in this match right now. Just a lot of hand fighting, lots of fakes, a lot of pushing and pulling. But these are top 4 best in the world at this weight class. Got to respect it. Luke Stanich was really controlling the center of the match. Yeah, Stanich did great on the world team last year. That's why I just don't know why they don't get enough highlights. But he didn't really wrestle many people this year. I think that was their issue with Lehigh. He forfeited he didn't come out to wrestle at Penn State, correct? And neither did Crookham. He was hurt. Neither did they had a few forfeits that day, or not forfeits, but backups wrestle that day. Great counter shot by Brock Hardy. Does he get the 3? Does he get the 3? Good elbow pass by Luke Stanich. He's in on that whizzer, that overhook tie. Brock Hardy, does he get this job done right now? He's got to finish this takedown. Let's see what he does. You want to pressure forward. Luke Stanich wants to keep it tight like that, fight the hands, and then get into that split. Ooh, no 3. No 3. No control there. If that was 3 over the PJ Duke versus Landon Robideau, that would have been crazy. Another great split by Luke Stanich. He is tough to score on. Brock Hardy's is running out of sorts. Wow, Luke Stanich is back in on Brock Hardy. You might get a near side cradle. He's got the leg. He's got to keep that foot in. If he gets the cradle locked up, is that 3, chat? If he gets the cradle locked up, is that 3, chat? Oh, and his toe's out of bounds. Great little wrestling from Brock Hardy, Luke Stanich. Love watching that. Love that. That was awesome wrestling. Awesome. Stanich pressuring forward again, controlling the center, and time runs out. We're going into the second period. Who do you think's winning? I think I got Stanich winning. Let me know in the chat. Stannis riding tough on top. Hardy's in that little short sit position. Is he going to get out? Yes. Took him about 14 seconds to get out of there. Wrestling tough right now. Both of them doing a great job. Great little low ankle pick. Oh, does he get the other leg? Fleeing the mat. Stalling? If he crawls out, that's got to be stalling, right? Yeah. That's got to be if he crawls out. 3, right there. He's got the foot. He's got both feet. Well, I guess he does kind of have to go across the hip, but that should be fleeing the mat. I don't know about that one. There's the 3. Brock looks defeated. I haven't seen him look this sad in a while. Did they throw the brick? Yep, they threw the brick. No 3 there. We'll see what happened. I'm sure there's going to be another 35-minute review. All the matches yesterday, as much as I love watching college wrestling, they need semifinals to start at 6 if they're going to do all this review now, because my friends left at 11:30 at night. They got there at 7:45. I mean, it was a long 3.5 hours. Whew. If you didn't watch any of the quarterfinals, I have it on my YouTube page. Go check it out. Yeah, I know. They always end up taking it anyway. I feel like a lot of them are just being strategic and taking breaks for the wrestlers too, which is completely fine, but when are we going to stop that too? And like, we just kept noticing how much people were bleeding yesterday. Nosebleeds, lips bleeding. Time was running out for that. I mean, I don't know what was going on yesterday. I just felt like there were so many breaks. Oh, for what? They're doing the match too? How is Flow streaming this right now? Oh, on their channel, just through their live party? One Arm Fisherman. That's annoying that they're 30 seconds ahead of NCAA's. But they don't show anything. It just makes no sense. And I know they have that agreement with NCAA's, but I don't know. I'm not making any money off of this. I just don't see what's the damage with me trying to grow the sport of wrestling, watch it with people online. I mean, we can watch Instagram videos for free. I mean, we can watch tons of YouTube videos for free. I'm not doing anything that's copyright. I mean, just showing I'm in my own place, showing what just college wrestling. It shouldn't be a big deal. Not trying to make any money. Would like to get my subscribers up though. Come on, help me get to 1,200. I'm at 1160. Thanks, One Arm Fisherman. You the man. Come on, Brock Hardy. Get up, kid. How old is he, by the way? Is he actually 28? Because I'm 29, and he graduated in 16 or 17 from high school, and I graduated in 14. I mean, maybe he's 27. It's crazy. Crazy. Come on, Brock. First move's got to be up. Let's go. Let's go. Head lever for Luke Stanich on top. He looks great. He looks well-conditioned. Looks like an absolute beast. All right. Hardy got his up. 3-2 right now. And Stanich is in on that head inside single on the opposite side again. He loves shooting that lefty shot. That's another takedown. 6-2 right now for Stanich. He's 20 seconds away from locking up riding time. And I'm all for that riding time. I don't think it's going to happen in high school wrestling, but I do think the push-out rule will happen in college wrestling for sure. I think they have to get rid of people not trying to wrestle you anymore. And I think that's why Mitchell Messingbrink was so mad during that Hefner match yesterday. But I also don't know when, like, elite guys aren't trying to wrestle. But I guess they know when you could feel it. All right, 7-2 if the riding time is secured, and we're going into the third period. But this is where Brock Hardy's really tough. He always comes from behind. He does well on top, so let's see what he does. Oh, he chose neutral. Good call. He needs a takedown, let's be honest. Let's go. Let's go, Hardy. Start sending it, man. It's your last year. Got to go all out. Is Stanich only a sophomore? Does anybody know? Yeah, that's true. The Princeton guy was good until the end there. I mean, he did very well. He's in the finals now. Stanich is just going hard with that lefty shot. I mean, he could be a lefty, don't get me wrong. Come on, Hardy. No, they are not. I agree with you, Derek Carr. I completely agree. I wouldn't say Hefner versus Messenbrink was too much stalling. I mean, he was going at him in the first period. Maybe he faked an injury. I just thought it was a good match, though. Great low ankle pick into that high C, that lefty high C. No, that's righty high C. Regular high C on the left side. This is where Brock Hardy is tough to score on. He gets into that lock in the crotch position. If he scoops the leg, he will get 3. Does he hook the leg here? It's just crazy how strong he is from the side like that. Stalemate. Oh, man. 23 seconds left, chat. Come on now. One last flare, Hardy. Let's go. All out. Good for him for finishing, though. I can't believe the Ferrari brothers didn't wrestle back for third. Can't just forfeit. Oh! Luke Stanich might score here. 7 seconds. Oh, he's getting majored. Oh, he didn't give him 3 there. No 3? Crazy. Also, how sick was the Shane Van Ness versus Casey Swiderski match at 149? There was time on the clock left, and Casey, I think it was Casey, he just gave up with 2 seconds left. He just knew it was over. Shane Van Ness is just controlling people in overtime. The third period, the second period, Shane Van Ness knows exactly what he's doing. He is baiting you the whole match, thinking you're in, and then he just comes out swinging in the third, just letting you know he's got the pressure. He's just such an athlete. I love watching Shane Van Ness. That was a sick match last night. Shout out to Luke Stanich for taking third. I don't know what Hardy's complaining about right now. Another brick thrown? What is the brick thrown for? What are we doing, chat? Anybody know what the brick was thrown for? Because that is crazy. Great match. Great sportsmanship. Shout out to Luke Stanich for that third place finish. I believe he's only a sophomore. If anybody knows in the chat, please let me know. But shout out to Luke Stanich. That was a great match. Let's do it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Coach Cala here, local PE teacher, marathon runner, and I coach New Haven Wrestling, and I just love talking NCAA wrestling. I am so excited for the finals matches tonight. I can't wait to watch. But I really do believe the quarterfinals yesterday is the most exciting part of college wrestling. I just feel like they still go at it, and it's amazing. And here we are. Marcus Blaze versus Purdue. What's that kid's name again? Oh, sorry, PJ Duke. PJ Duke versus Brandon Cannon. Let's go. PJ Duke versus Brandon Cannon. Let's go. Ohio State versus Penn State. Duke should be in the finals, chat. Both of his college losses are on terrible calls. I will say the Trelly match, I thought he had the takedown, even though the ref that day was doing the reaction time a little bit crazy. And then I thought the match yesterday, I didn't think he had it on the cradle up until he was locking it and walking it. That's why I don't get why they stopped it. I just don't understand why they stopped it. Because when they stopped it, that's when Landon Robidoux' hand came out and it looked like it wasn't a takedown. But PJ probably let up. I don't know. It's tough. It really was a tough call. Let's go, PJ. It's 3-1 right now. I'm calling Tech. I'm calling a Tech for third place. Has he had any other close matches in this tournament? Does anybody know? Yeah, he should. Coach Manning needs to save his bricks is right. Great call, Derek Carr. I don't think PJ Duke had another close match all tournament. So what? He must have wrestled 2 today. This is his second match. Almost in on a little mat single finish. He just has a great gas tank. I will say Landon wrestled him very well. I just don't think. I don't know. It's a tough call for me. Come on, PJ, get another takedown, kid. From Carmel, New York, where my friend lives. Used to wrestle with Nick Newell at a gym in New York too. Nick Newell, best MMA fighter come out of Connecticut. My friend, such a beast. Only has one arm. It's amazing. Come on, Duke, get another takedown, kid. Is Brandon Cannon a senior too? Because I know he was hurt for like 8 weeks this year, and he's not the same primetime Brandon Cannon. I also don't know if that's just the narrative, but if anybody knows if he was hurt or a senior, let me know in the chat. PJ Duke in that body lock position. Underhook knee pick. Come on, PJ. Great throw by. Get that pin. Get the pin right here. Oh, come on. Way to roll through Brandon Cannon. That's even tougher. I bet he got a 2 count there, though. (8-1), 40 seconds of riding time, 20 seconds left in the first period. PJ Duke, true freshman. I would have loved it too, Derek Carr. PJ Duke was my pick to win it all. So I almost went 10 for 10. Nick Bouzakis lost first, then unfortunately PJ, and then who else do I have? I have Jack still in winning it. I have Shane Van Ness winning it. Jesse Mendez. So that's 3. Mitchell, 4. Levi, 5. Oh, Aiden Sinclair lost, who I thought was winning it. Josh Barr, 6. Younger Bastida, 7. I can still get 7 predictions right. I can still get 7. Does Penn State go 6 for 6 though, Chad? What do you think? I just don't know if I see them going 6 for 6. I feel like Mitchell's winning, Levi's winning, Josh Barr's winning. Does Luke get upset does Luke Lodog get upset today from McGowan from Princeton? What do you think, chat? Does Penn State go 6 for 6? Let me know in the chat, please. Move my notepad. Back this up a little bit. Way better. All right. PJ is just absolutely dominating with the forward pressure. It is 8-2 right now. I don't know what just happened. Looks like Brandon just tore something. He just slipped on the mat really bad. Did you see that, chat? That was crazy. No commentary. Can't even hear anything. What on earth just happened? I hope he's okay. Can't hear anything they're saying. What just happened? His whole leg just gave out. That was crazy. Oh, he's off the mat. Wow, injury time, you could just walk off the mat. That is so crazy to me. Unbelievable. So when does Logan Steeper take over the Ohio State Buckeyes team, chat? Or are they going to give it to JJ? I don't know. We'll see. Jay Jaggers or Logan Steeper. So if you just joined in, PJ Duke's wrestling for Brandon Cannon. He's destroying him right now, 8-2. But after Brandon Cannon got up in neutral, he kind of fell back and just his knee locked up. So he's off the mat, injury time. So we're just stalling right now. trying to come up with things to say. But if you're new to my channel, I'm Coach Cala, local PE teacher, just trying to help my students and supporters get moving. My goal for 2026 was just to do a mat chat series where I talked college wrestling and grow the sport. I absolutely love it. Check out some of my other mat chats. Last week I did Jordan Oliver versus Logan Stieber, and then every week I did a live stream of a current match that was up. But after NCAA wrestling, I plan on sticking with it and working on controversial calls from the past NCAA tournaments. Maybe I'll throw in some RAF stuff. And then if you're into HYROX or marathon training, I'm going to try to do a weekly pod on that stuff too, where I talk about how I'm training for my next race or how I trained for my first few marathons. Or my next video will probably be ranking the HYROX fitness stations, which is the new fitness event. And then if you're really into shoes, I plan on doing a shoe review series as well. So don't forget to like and subscribe. It means a lot to me that you're all watching right now, even if there's a few people. I know. I'm so annoyed with that too. Blaze was gassed last night is right. Oh, they're on mat 2 right now? All right, I'll change it. Did it just start? Let me get to mat 2. See, like the issue is it doesn't say what mat on this thing. Metal round. There we go. Oh, that's just one person though. No. Got it. Oh, Blaze versus Seidel's on right now. Sorry, chat. This is more important. Blaze versus Seidel. Let's go. Let's go. 0-0 in the second. Let's go. I would love to. When the US Open is in June or July, I'll definitely live stream. My goal is really to do controversial calls and like ranking predictions for next year, but I will do as much live updates as I can. I think RAF might be a good route to do. And then whenever there's a big wrestling thing, I mean, I have Flow Wrestling now, Fubo, all the subscriptions to try to show wrestling to the fans out there. So Seidel can take down Jax Forrest many times. Can he take down Marcus Blaze? That is the question. And he's tough on top. I will say he's underrated on top. $30 of riding time for Seidel. It's just crazy to me that Marcus Blaze beat Matt Ramos a few years back, and he was a junior in high school, and now he is wrestling for 3rd and 4th. So crazy to me. Matt Ramos, of course, upset Spencer Lee. Duke is up 11-2. Yeah, that match was cooked. That's why we had to switch it. This is just way more exciting. Seidel is tough on top, chat. Look at this crab ride. All right, he's out of the crab ride. Look at Blaze going ham right now. 45 seconds of riding time. Who would have thought he was so tough on top? Let's go. Bo Bassett's going there next year. Virginia Tech's going to be on the map for the next half a decade easily. But my prediction is Bo Bassett redshirts next year. Bo Bassett's going to redshirt for the Olympic year and probably not wrestle till 2029. Let me know what you think, chat. Somebody asked yesterday what I thought he would do at this tournament. I just don't see anybody beating Shane Van Ness, even though he has a tough finals matchup versus Stanford's own Adam Valencia. Look at this riding time on Seidel. 90 seconds of riding with the bar in. Stalling on bottom. He's got to work on bottom, Blaze. Look how tough he is, Seidel. That's got to be, I mean, I'm no expert, but Blaze, how was that potentially dangerous? How was that potentially dangerous? Thanks, Derek Carr. Senior competition starts then. All right, I'll make a note right now. I coach lacrosse too in the spring. I don't know if there's any lax bros in the chat, but I love that sport too. I'm not going to do any live streams for that stuff, but yeah. I'm always pretty busy. Do a sports club for my elementary students, a running club. Run quite a bit. Probably going to do a half marathon soon, and then some lacrosse on the weekends. Seniors world. Yeah, Duke is an absolute beast. I definitely predicted that. Wow, we're almost at 2 minutes of riding time. Holy cow, Seidel. Underrated. He's going to get right up. He's going to get right up. I'm calling it right now. Does anybody think any of these 133-pounders could beat Spencer Lee if they go down? And also, do you think Luke Lildahl would be any of these 133-pounders? Because, I don't know, they're all way too good. All right. He let him right up. I think that was a great call for the optional. Enough with the eye pokes. He's getting eye poked every match. How is he always getting eye poked? How is he always getting eye poked? It's crazy. All right, let's see. We've got 2 minutes remaining. 1-0, technically 2-0 right now for Seidel. With that 2 minutes of riding time, I still cannot believe that. But he should go in for a shot. He should not play it safe. Blaze loves that front headlock go behind, and he loves counter shotting. Anybody that says he's not good at leg attacks, though, is crazy. Oh, my twin's calling me. No, thank you. He knows I'm live streaming. Oh, the kid from Columbia, I think, just took 7th, it said. Look at Blaze in that front headlock. He loves that position. Great front flip by Seidel, but too crazy for... Oh, he's out, though. Danger position. How did he just do that? Front flip over. He might get 3 here. He might get 3 here, chat. Yep. Yep. That's got to be danger. That's got to be backs. 3 for Seidel. Seidel is an absolute force to be reckoned with. 45 seconds left. Don't start looking at the clock now. That's Marcus Blaze. Now, the thing is, does Seidel beat Divino? Because that is another matchup we didn't see. I agree with you, Derek. And also, when Spencer was in college, that 2018 freshman year was probably the last time I would say there was like more people at 125 that were really good contenders for a national championship, like NATO. The kid from American was really nasty. There was just so many different contenders. And now I just still think Spencer Lee will still destroy them. I know Luke Lildahl took him down last year, but I don't know. Wow, cross wrist tilt. Cross wrist tilt for Seidel there. That was a great match. Great match. Blaze versus Seidel. New rivalry for the next 4 years. Blaze, Seidel, Forrest, Divino. This is going to be the next best 4 years. Let's go. And then let's not forget about the Rainey twins next year. Oh my God. This is going to be amazing because I think one of them's going to wrestle 133, right? And Jax Forrest is going up. Was that what they were hinting at? Maybe I'm confusing something. Holy cow. That was great. All right, we got the standings right here. Let me just pause the screen. 164 points for Penn State, Oklahoma State 119 in second, Nebraska 101 third, Iowa 84.5 in fourth, Ohio State 65 points. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, this is crazy. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Iowa with 92.5. Ohio State at 84.5. Michigan in 65. Stanford's right on Michigan's tail, though, 63.2. Sorry, 63.5. All right, let's see what other matches we got coming up. The score was 4-0 for Aaron Seidel. Sorry, 5-0 with the riding time. All right, let's see who's coming up right now on this map. Michigan versus... Oh, Tagadali versus Connor Doucette. I'm not trying to watch any heavyweights right now. Sorry, chat. Little verse. I'm all set on that one, too. Nope. I think it's just all the upper weights right now. Come on, let's see some more action. Aiden Sinclair versus Campos. Let's watch this. Shout out to the 7 of you in the chat. It means a lot to me. I don't care if there's 200 or 2. I'm just trying to promote the sport of wrestling, have a nice watch party. Beautiful Saturday. If you didn't work out, go get moving, of course. I actually did my second day ever of a sparring class or a kickboxing class at Nick Newell's gym. I cannot kickbox, but I can wrestle, so it's all right. No plans on doing anything crazy. All right. This kid from American, man, he is a beast. Wrestling for third place against Aiden Sinclair. Shout out to Campos. Way to finish this season. That is what it's about. You don't just stop. You got to keep wrestling unless you're severely hurt. Great. Great counter shot. Go behind. Wow, no 3 there for Sinclair. He's going to get it right now, though. Awesome spin. That is the move. You drag that foot back in and spin it the opposite way so they can't do nothing. That was nice. All right, going into the second period. Appreciate you, Derek Carr. Anytime. I would love to go to NCAA Finals next year. That would be unreal. I don't know where they're hosting it next year. I know last year was Philly. This past year is in Cleveland. Or sorry, this current year is Cleveland. Just not sure where it's going to be next year. If it's closer to the Northeast, I'd like to go. Philly last year, though, was like $600. I was like, I'm all set. I'm not going to that one. All right. Riding time right now for Campos. He's doing very good against Aiden Sinclair. I know it's only 7 seconds, but he's controlling him. All right, he's out in 10. Let's go, Sinclair. Ben Askren's prodigy. Ben Askren's prodigy. Does Ben Askren take over Iowa? I wonder if he's going to say nicer things to Iowa now since they have 7 All-Americans. What do you think, chat? Mikey Caliendo's keeping the streak alive. 36 years in a row with a finalist. And before that, I think they only had that one hiccup year where they didn't get a finalist, which is so crazy to think, though. Penn State clinches their 13th or 14th out of 16th year title. Yeah, I think that's right. Aiden Sinclair is just dominating right now, 7-0. Also, can we talk about how Shane Van Ness beat somebody in the semifinals yesterday, 22-1? Can we talk about that more? 22-1. How are you scoring 22 points with only giving up 1 point? That is just insane. 22 points to 1. Shane Van Ness is going to dominate in the finals. Sorry, Aiden Valencia, but Shane Van Ness has got it. Or no, it's not Aiden Valencia. Yeah, Aiden Valencia. Shane Van Ness has got it. You can't beat somebody 22-1. Oh, my goodness. It is so crazy to me. Just constant turning on top. Not much going on right now. They're both in neutral. Aiden Sinclair is beating him 7-1. Campos is wrestling tough, though. Shout out to American University. I feel like they always have one guy that's an All-American, which is pretty cool. I mean, 4th best in the world at your weight class is nothing to be ashamed of, especially when I definitely did not know who you were before this, my man. Sorry. I mean, in a weight class with Rocco Welsh, Angela Ferrari, Aiden Sinclair, Max McAnally, Silas Allred, Dylan Fishback. It's tough to know everybody's names that are in besides the top 5. Little sweep single attempt from Aiden Sinclair. Good counter shot by Campos. Back in neutral. Love how confident Aiden is as a redshirt freshman. Love watching these younger kids do great. It's amazing to watch. Don't have to be a senior to be nasty at a sport. You can be sick or really great at a sport as a true or redshirt freshman. Look at that. That's got to be 3. No 3 yet, chat. Puts him on his bottom, though. Or his hip. Bam. 3. 10-1. Does he secure riding time? I think he will. I think he's going to secure the major for sure if he gets riding time. No, he might not get it. No. You got 20 seconds left. Stay on him. Oh, well, he'll still be 8-2. But you never know if he'll get taken down. Let's see. Does he go all out right now, Campos? Let's see. Oh, another takedown attempt by Aiden Sinclair. That's called nonstop wrestling. Staying tough. That's what it's about. That is what it's about. He's breaking him for third place. Breaking his opponent. Got to keep scoring. That's what we try to tell the wrestlers. Next point, next point, next point. But shout out Campos, not giving up, not letting him get the tech. Wrestling really tough right here. Does Sinclair get another one? Oh, Campos with a little underhook throw by. Oh, no way. I think that's the tech right there. With riding time, right? No, never mind. My bad. 16, 17. Yeah, no. Off by 1. 5 seconds left in the match. Don't blow the whistle. 2 seconds left in the match. Ref blows the whistle. Aiden Sinclair is about to win this match 16-4. 17-4 with the riding time, chat. Any other matches you want to watch while I'm still on here? It's been about an hour already. This is crazy. Maybe I'll go till 2 o'clock and then maybe go for a run around downtown where I live. We'll see. Also have a paper due tomorrow. Crazy. No points there. Shout out to redshirt freshman Aiden Sinclair. He was my pick to win it. I was pumped that Angelo Ferrari won yesterday, but I'm not excited that he forfeited out. Not cool. Not about that life. All right, let's see. Let's see what's next over here. Connor Doucette versus Tegan Ali. I think that's the last match. Is that the last match for right now, chat? Yeah, I think you're right too. A one-on fisherman. Happy I got an hour in. Right here's the last match of the day. Connor Doucette versus Tegan Ali. I'd like to see Doucette get a win as a senior, but wrestling for 4th place after Wyatt Hendrickson took your spot last year as a transfer, having one of the best upsets in history, you got to be proud of yourself for taking 3rd or 4th. But again, shout out to David Taylor and what he's done. Appreciate it, one-on fisherman. I will. I'll probably stay on a little bit and just talk the finals and what I'm anticipating to happen tonight. 40 seconds left. Does Tegan Ali give up a point here? Yes, he does. All right, we got a match right now. 4-1, 1 takedown ties it. 1 takedown ties it. $15 seconds left. Does Doucette get it? Does Doucette get it? Come on now. Oh, man. He tried. He really tried. All right, before we all leave, let's just talk about the finals really quick and see if we get some more stuff to talk about. All right, finals tonight start at 6:30 Eastern time. I will probably not be live streaming as my family's coming over, and I don't want to be selfish. I'm not trying to make any money. I just enjoy talking wrestling. Tomorrow, I plan on doing a reaction video, so we'll see about that one. But let's just do the bracket breakdown really quick for the finals. If you got time to stay, that would be awesome. Again, I'm your host, Coach Cala, just trying to help grow the sport of NCAA wrestling and help all my students and supporters get moving. So let's start off at 125. The first of 6 for Penn State tonight. Luke Littledahl versus McGowan from Princeton. McGowan. Not sure if I spelled that right. All right, so obviously in this match, I mean, I don't want to point out the obvious, but come on, chat. Luke Littledahl should be favored, correct? So Fluke is favored tonight. Do you think, being such a big underdog coming into this tournament, that McGowan as a 10 seed can upset the favored Penn State wrestler? Let me know in the comment section, because I think the way that McGowan's been wrestling, very his style, slowing down the matches, doing really good, is that he can pull off some upsets, and this might be the one where Penn State doesn't go 6 for 6. You let me know in the comment section right now. I would love to hear your thoughts. But I'm going to move on, make this segment a little bit quick. 133, of course, we have Jax Forrest versus Davino. Again, how can you not root for Super Saiyan Forrest because of the blonde hair now? He is absolutely favored, I would say, over Davino, even though he was just in high school 3 months ago. He's supposed to be getting ready for the prom. Shout out for my wrestler for that one. But does Davino get the win because of his style, where he's not as aggressive as Jax, but Jax is super aggressive, does some crazy moves, doesn't stop scoring, similar to Mitchell Messingbrink. I actually think his pace might be a little bit better, maybe just because they're lighter guys. And he's just, I will say, and no disrespect, but I think Jax is a little bit better than Mitchell on top too. So we'll see. I think with the styles, I got Forrest winning by bonus. And if Forrest bonuses his way through, can he be the most underrated Hodge of this tournament? All we've been talking about all season is Jesse Mendez, Mitchell Messingbrink, Josh Barr. But if Forrest bonuses him, Big Ten champ, redshirt freshman, absolute beast, took down Marcus Blaze twice, or took him out. I shouldn't say took him down. In rideouts, does Jax Forrest get the Hodge if he bonuses the whole tournament? I don't see why not. So I would love to hear your comments. And again, shout out Derek Carr for always joining. Jax Forrest for Hodge if he bonuses. Let me know in the chat. Moving on. Obviously, the number one wrestler in college wrestling the last 3 years, Jesse Mendez. He just does not lose. He is just tougher than everybody. That's what I love about his interviews. Shares the same name as me. How can I not root for him? But nobody has taken down Sergio Vega. His style is unmatched. He gets into that near cradle, similar to Brock Hardy. Does Jesse Mendez take down Sergio Vega for the first time in his collegiate career? Jesse Mendez in that semis match yesterday did not look like himself. He kind of said it in his post-match breakdown. Again, I don't love how they interview the athletes right after their match is over. You know, they're still huffing and puffing. They're still not quite sure what just happened, right? I used to black out when I played college lacrosse. When I would catch that ball, I would go full steam ahead and had no clue what was going on. So imagine wrestling 6 minutes, 7 minutes. I mean, I can't stand when they do that. But I will say, I don't feel like there's too big of an underdog in this match, but I feel like there would be a huge upset if Sergio Vega beats Mendez, because he is the reigning 2-time national champion for the Ohio State Buckeyes. So let me know in the chat what you think of that. But I really would like to know if Mendez takes down Vega. If Mendez bonuses, the Hodge should be secure for him to get, because the competition at 141 is tougher, I believe, at than 165 and 197. So let me know in the chat. Moving on to 149. Shane Van Ness's style is just unmatched. He takes you into deep waters in that third period. I think he lets people take him down. I'm not kidding. I truly believe he's controlling the match from start to finish. The whole 7 minutes, I just feel like Shane Van Ness is just playing with your emotions like an ex-girlfriend. Shane Van Ness is just such a beast to watch. And watching that tech yesterday, 22-1, is just unheard of. Do you see this, chat? 22-1. He started the third period, 14-0. How did he do that? How? It's unbelievable. No disrespect to Aiden Valencia, but you are a huge underdog, my dog. But Stanford's looking really good this year. So we'll see. I think he's got it. I mean, he had a great win against Lachlan McNeil, 9-5. He also beat Jackson Joy, the 2 seed that a lot of people predicted to win. So he's definitely got that heart. But I really feel like, yeah, I completely agree with you, Blue Onyx. I wouldn't say he's overrated, but maybe like perfectly rated. He's a true freshman. It's tough to say. But yeah, can't wait to really see Stanford's Aiden Valencia versus Mitchell or Shea Mendes. Moving on to 157, arguably the most controversial call in recent history. Landon Robideau with the win over PJ Duke, which was unbelievable. I understand Duke could have still won with the right outs, but he was emotionally damaged, right? After there was no takedown on that cradle. During live, I didn't feel like it was a takedown only because I thought he was going to go for the cradle and pin him. When the ref stopped it, my initial thought was, why did you stop that? So that is my only reasoning on why I think. I mean, I know he stopped it for the takedown, but with Davino's hand going out to block the cradle, I think helps him in the replay. You know what I mean? Like, it looks like he's reacting. I felt like in the moment Duke had it, but when you watch the replay on TV, it looks like he has reaction time. But when you go on social media, it looks like Duke definitely has it. So you let me know in the chat. My mind is still blown. If you're just joining right now, the 15 of you, I really appreciate it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. But what I was trying to say, I started a controversial wrestling call series this past week on my YouTube channel. I started with Logan Stever versus Jordan Oliver from the 2012 NCAAs. Real wrestling fans will know that was most likely 2 at the end of the match. Logan Stever was on his hips, on his butt, and Jordan Oliver secured both legs. Just didn't pop his head. That's the only knock on that, but I still think that was 2. Am I live streaming for the finals? Most likely not, Shannon. Again, thank you for joining back again. My family's coming over, or I'm going to my parents' house, one or the other, and I don't want to be selfish and do that. My dad said I should for the views and stuff, which is cool and all, but it's not really about that. It's more about, just talking wrestling with people that enjoy it just as much as me. All right, let me see. I'm just trying to read the chat right now. He didn't wrestle the whole season, though I think he is a freak. No Hodge. Next 3 years, he will probably get it. Yeah, for Jax Forrest, yeah, maybe. Are you live for the finals? Overrated, undefeated, Tech Hardy and pinned Hardy. Wow, Vega will be the toughest wrestler Mendez has faced all year. I agree with you, Blue Onyx. I think he's definitely going to be the toughest wrestler outside of Luke Stanich. I thought Stanich gave him a fantastic match last night. All right. Appreciate all the chat right now, everybody. It's tough during the medal matches. I don't know who's watching just because of that, or if they're into it because of the chat from yesterday. It's tough. But again, Landon Robideau versus Taylor. I actually think Landon's going to get some karma and Taylor's going to beat him. I'm with Duke. I agree that he had that cradle locked up only because of all of the angles now that the fans can see. During the live match, I thought he was reacting, but the ref did stop it for the takedown. The ref should have not stopped it. He should have let him get the cradle going. Because as he stops it, it looks like he's reacting at the same time. So my mind can't still wrap around that. I'm sure I'm going to break that down on my controversial calls, breakdown videos that I will be doing once a week for my match chats, hopefully at 6:45 at night, keeping the same tradition going every Wednesday Eastern time. That would be awesome. But right now, let me actually go back up to 125 to give predictions. Forgive me, chat. But we got time. We got time to crush. I got Little Doll winning against McGowan. He was not my original pick, though. Nick Bouzakis was. Forrest, my original pick, will be beating Davino. Mendez over Vega. Mendez was my other pick. I should be going 7 for 7. Van Ness over Valencia. That's 3 for me. Robideau over Taylor. Taylor was my original pick, chat. If you go back and watch my NCAA predictions list from 2 or 3 weeks ago before the Big Tens, I had Taylor winning it. I predicted in the Big Ten video that Duke was going to bonus everybody at Big Tens and show how dominant he is. But my narrative changed once I saw how dominant he was against Taylor. I did predict that Duke was going to bonus him. I just did not think he was going to embarrass him. 2 different things as a wrestler. Of course, you all know what I'm talking about if you wrestled. But I'm going to go back on my pick and go for Taylor now. I don't know if I would love knowing that Robideau wins over a crazy controversial call like that. I'm just not about that life. Moving on. Mitchell Messingbrink over Caliendo. Caliendo looked tough yesterday. Tough. What do you think, Chad, on this one? Does he get one? Does he go 1 for 10? Because this is their 10th matchup, right? I agree. Derek Carr. PJ definitely would have been patient and secured the takedown. I completely agree. That's why I was annoyed that the ref stopped it. But when he stopped it, at the same time, Ben DeVito's reaching across with his hand. So it's, or not Ben DeVito. Why do I keep saying that? Landon Robideau keeps reaching across with his hand. So it looks crazy. Thanks, Derek Carr. Really appreciate it. All right. Caliendo versus Messingbrink. I mean, you know, like what everybody says, you know, he might win 1 out of 10 times, 99 out of 100. I believe this is their 10th matchup, and I don't see Caliendo winning. I'm sorry, Caliendo. I don't think he gets bonus, though. I do not. Haynes versus Minto. I cannot wait for this match. Haynes is probably one of my favorite wrestlers to watch. I hope he gets on Cameron Haynes' podcast one day. Absolute beast, ultra runner, hunter, all these great things. The only time I disliked a moment of Levi Haynes, I don't want to say him as a person or character, but just a moment, was when he threw Minto off the mat at Penn State. Penn State looked rough that day. I don't know what was going on with their off the mat tactics. But Minto wrestled him tough 2 weeks ago in the Big Ten Finals again. Nobody. Yes, I agree with you. No, I mean, that was a controversial call too. He barely had that leg scissor around his head. Minto, he barely touched it. You know, and like, if we're all talking about reaction time, why can't that be reaction time? He barely put his legs around Haynes' head when they called it. It was 1-1 or 0-0, and Haynes won on that call. I'm not all about that. I think that should be reaction time. I mean, what damage is he going to do unless he's trying to choke him? And obviously, they're not trying to choke each other out. I can't wait for that match, but I am going with Levi Haynes. Or I should say, and I'm going with Levi Haynes. My original pick. So right now, I still had Levi winning, Shane Van Ness, Mitchell Messingbrink, Jesse Mendez. So right now, I'm 4. I got 4 right now. In Jack Sports. Was that 5? What? Yeah, that was 5. All right, moving on to 184. Arguably the most talked about weight class last night, especially after the quarterfinals. I was ecstatic when Ferrari won against Sinclair. His scrambling is unbelievable. I'm not happy he didn't wrestle back for third. Makes no sense to me. He's got to stop having that, like, I don't want to say baby, but he gets kind of rid of his dog mentality after he goes into rideouts. I think just the narrative on social media of him saying he can't get out affects him. And McNally, you know, did his thing. He won. And my favorite thing about McNally yesterday, I became a big fan. Quinn Chesnick, I forget what they call him, his last name. He's a good interviewer. I don't think he's the best, better than me. But when he was talking about Angelo Ferrari's 3-point stance, and Max just goes all humble and like he goes from being humble to like a little like, you know, I know some of my youth wrestlers might be watching. I don't want to say anything crazy, but he was being a little, you know, savagey, let's say. And he goes, "You mean stalling, right? You mean Angelo was?" He was like, "You mean Angelo was stalling, right?" Oh, like that was so funny. Yeah, that was unbelievable, Max McAnally. I thought that was great that you said that, man, because that 3-point stance is stalling. I am so sick of it. I don't care about any of the Kyle Dake diehard fans. Like one of my best friends loves him, thinks he's the best ever. I'm sorry. That 3-point stance has to go. Has to. If you are not working a shot within 10 seconds of that 3-point stance, you need to get up. I cannot watch it. And again, they would destroy me. I'm not saying they would beat me, but come on, man. But I actually have McAnally winning. I think McAnally's going to get some good karma from his Big Tens match. I didn't think that was a controversial call. I thought that he was Granby and Rocco Welsh, and it wasn't. But I believe there was a moment before that where it's been called a standing takedown in the past, or this and that in the past, where McAnally did take him down. So I think just stylistically, I think McAnally's going to come at him more in this match and try to get a couple stall calls against Rocco Welsh and win in overtime. I feel like McAnally's got it. But you let me know. I know, obviously, Rocco Welsh is the favored PSU champ. Obviously, if you don't know Rocco Welsh's background story, Ohio State 2 years ago, runner-up, transferred to Pennsylvania State University this past year, and he's been nothing but great for them. Josh Barr versus Merrill. Not really excited about this match. Now, I will say that Cody Merrill's doing a great job. Again, another true freshman. Oklahoma State went 4 for 4 with their freshmen. It's just unbelievable. But nobody's beating Josh Barr. He's bonusing him. I'm sorry. I don't care how much gas and juice that Daniel Cormier is going to give to his former wrestler. There is just nobody beating Josh Barr. Josh Barr is an absolute savage. He has bonused everybody all year, 100% bonus. I actually think he's at, does it say their records on here? 23-0, 24-0. Wait, let me see. 23-0, 24-0, 25-0, 26-0. Josh Barr is now 26-0, all bonuses. So you let me know in the chat if Josh Barr bonuses, does he get the Hodge? I think so. I think Josh Barr should undisputedly, no debate, get the Hodge. Now, this is the thing where the weight class thing becomes an argument. But I was talking to my coach. He was a National Coach of the Year, Division I wrestler. If you are bonusing every wrestler at 197, and he was a 170-pounder, I believe. If you're bonusing everyone at 197, you should get the Hodge because that is 197, arguably a tougher weight class than 65 and the lighter weight classes, just because they're grown men, they're tougher, right? I work out at Nick Newell's gym. He's one of my friends, MMA legend with one arm. There are some big dudes in there, and I can't imagine them all getting tacked. But that's what he's doing to these people, these amazing MMA fighters or collegiate wrestlers. Josh Barr, I think, deserves the Hodge if he definitely bonuses. So let me know your comments in the chat. I'm going to take a break and see. Good call on the three-point stance. Yeah, they have to shoot. I agree, 100%. How are you not shooting in that three-point stance? I remember I wrestled one kid in all my years of wrestling that did it, and he did beat me. But I was like, what am I supposed to do here? Like, come on, what are we doing? Josh Barr definitely deserves the Hodge if he wins over Mitchell Messingbrink. Even if Mitchell Messingbrink did finish with 100%, I just think 197 is just tougher to bonus people just in general. They're way bigger. You know what I mean? It's like when Gable was tossing people around at heavyweight. That is why he shared the Hodge with Spencer Lee. It's just unheard of. 197 is a tough weight class. So we'll see. And of course, his coach was a 3-time Hodge winner at 197, Kale Sanderson. And I just ordered Kale cookies. Another segment I like doing on the chat is Worth the Calories, where I eat something probably unhealthy and then run it off. I haven't done it in a while, but I'm definitely going to do it with Kale's cookies. This was my last pick, Isaac Trumbull versus Younger Bastida. After my original pick, when I first saw him, was probably Isaac Trumbull. After David Carr made that amazing video about behind the scenes with Younger Bastida and just seeing how much of a killer he is, Younger Bastida is definitely winning it. I don't care what anybody says. The way he manhandled AJ Ferrari, getting that bonus, nobody does that to AJ Ferrari. Younger Bastida is an absolute beast. He's a real Cubano too. Like, he's an animal. I love watching Younger Bastida, anything behind the scenes with him. So I would love to watch more of that. But you let me know in the chat right now, who are your picks? I'm gonna see if I'm still where I'm at right now. So I'm 0 for 1 because I had Nick Bouzakis winning it at 125. I have Jax Forrest winning it, so I'm 1. There's 1 there. I have Jesse Mendez winning it. That's 2 out of 3. I had Shane Van Ness winning it. That's 3 out of 4. I had PJ Duke winning. But in my NCAA picks, my original picks, I had Taylor, so I'm a little mad, but can't switch up now. All right, so that's 3 out of 5. Messingbrink, 4 out of 6. And my math is definitely not right. Haynes, 5 out of 7. I had Aiden Sinclair winning, so that's 5 out of 8. Josh Barr winning, 6 out of 9. Yeah, 7 out of 10. Can Coach Cala go 7 out of 10 again? Can I go 7 out of 10? Because I went 7 out of 10 at the Big Tens, baby, and I'm confident. I think that I'm going to predict all these correct. I think they're going to do well. I think my original picks have not really changed much. And I'm my next and last comment for the chat is, does Penn State go 6 for 6 tonight with Luke, Mitchell, Shane, Levi, Josh, and Welsh? Does Penn State go 6 for 6? You let me know in the chat. I would love to know because they are looking really good. Not as great as I would say in previous years, but it's kind of tough to say because even last year they had 2 champs. The year before, I think they only had 3. You know, they are very dominant in the duels, People are starting to say, they don't look as tough at the tournaments, right, with Oklahoma State and stuff, but I'm not listening to all that noise. Penn State really has a great shot at going 6-for-6. The only one I really see losing, or two, I should say, is definitely not Josh, Luke Lildahl versus McGowan, only because, this is the 10 seed beating a lot of great guys. Ventresca, Moran, and I also can see Rocco Welsh losing. Those are the only two I see losing, but everybody else. Oh, yeah, great point, Jonathan. Great point. I even mentioned it earlier, too, with the Chris Minto thing, with the leg lock around the head. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with that mental match. Yeah, Penn State is looking at 3. I don't know if Luke can win. I don't know him like a person, so I'm not going to say I don't like him that much, but I think he seems like a good dude with that Missouri background. But, yeah, I don't know, chat. This is pretty crazy. If Penn State goes 6-for-6 tonight, I don't know what's going to happen for college wrestling. And then what's going to happen next year is crazy because I just think Penn State's team is going to be even better by a lot, which is wild. They have Joe Seeley on the bench, Connecticut's own Will Henkel on the bench. I just can't. They have Ono, Nate Desmond, Asher Cunningham. They just have so many animals on that team. What are they going to do with all these people? And how can we forget Tyler Kasak, who took 3rd? Where are they going to put him next year? People have to transfer. They got the Mirasola twins. Like, people are going to transfer, right? Like, they have to. You have to. Win one national team tournament with your team. Win one. You do not need to ride the bench all 4 years of college. And I played small Division III lacrosse. There's something about riding the bench that would piss me off. I would work my tail off to get onto the field. I am sure these athletes are thinking the same thing every day. Win 1 or 2. And you know what? You can always go back to Penn State after your career's over for college. You know why? Because Cale Sanderson's the man and lets everybody in that room. I think he's the greatest coach of all time. Why would he tell you, no, you can't come back? I'm sure he's talking to David Taylor saying he can come back when I leave. You know what I mean? So I don't know, chat. I think some of these people got to transfer out next year, but you let me know in the comment section. But let's see. Think about it. Next year, they bring in back 9 starters and they get even stronger in the lower weights. I agree. Yeah, I think so too with PSU in the finals. Ono will be wrestling for sure. And then all the negative narrative on Ono, who just seems like a great person, is, oh, he never wrestled folk style. Who cares? He's wrestling in the Penn State room against Marcus Blaze every day. You're going to tell me Marcus Blaze isn't better than most people in the world? Come on. Yeah, Bo Bassett, Nate Desmond, and one of the Rainey twins, right? I think 125 is going to look good too next year. It's got a lot of returners. Leo DeLuca's going to wrestle there. Obviously, 133 is going to have most of the returners coming back. Not quite sure where Marcus Blaze is going. Does he redshirt? I don't know. I do not know. No, who does? I don't like giving out too many shout outs, but that guy from Locked On Nitty the Lions does a great job with the Penn State stuff. I forget his name, but I can watch. He does a great job. If he's watching right now on my channel, let's collab and talk. That'd be sick. But I don't know. I really hope Connecticut's own Will Henkel wrestles next year. He just made the senior world teams. He took 2nd, I believe, right? And his only loss in his whole career so far is losing to Levi Haynes 7-0. So, come on, man. What are we doing at Penn State? I think it's amazing what's going on there. We got to figure it out, though. I feel like the Mirasola twins are going to transfer. I don't see Connor starting over Barr in the next 2 years. And I don't see how Connor would want to wrestle up at heavyweight. I can see Blaze redshirting. I can't see PJ Duke redshirting. I can't. He just took 3rd as a freshman. I know Tyler Kasak did twice too. But PJ Duke has that dog in him, chat. And, my high school coach, who I'm really good friends with, coaches with Will Henkel at a club in Connecticut. And I don't see how that's going to be well if he redshirts. I'm just saying. I don't know the inside story, but I'm just saying. I don't think PJ Duke's that person that would do that. In college, no. I'm sure Jax Forrest is going to get a couple losses. I don't think he's going to lose tonight, though. And again, tonight is at 6:30 Eastern time. No, I think Forrest is. I don't think anybody right now is going to go undefeated. I think Mitchell had the best chance at going undefeated. Only because his weight class is kind of weak though every year. I wish he went up last year. I wish he had a rematch against Dean Hamady and wrestled Keegan O'Toole. That was a way tougher weight class, and that's why I respect Levi Haynes. Just a blue collar worker, goes to work every day, doesn't care who's in his weight class. I just don't think Mitchell's weight class is tough the last 2 years. Not saying Caliendo isn't the second best guy in the weight class. I'm not. I'm just saying all around, I don't think there's as much depth. And I'm not looking at the chart. I'm just going off feeling like, you know what I'm talking about when you're watching a bracket. Like, come on. But no, I don't think anybody is really going to go undefeated. I thought PJ Duke might have been. I mean, he really truly is. I mean, that Trelly Taylor call was horrendous. That one was horrendous. That shouldn't be controversial. He reacted, was on his leg for like 3 seconds. That was crazy. And then the one yesterday, way more controversial than that. But those are his only 2 losses in college. Like, come on, man. Like, that's crazy. Are there any undefeated wrestlers right now? I'm trying to think. Just Jax Forrest. Jax Forrest. When was the last time Yonder Bastida lost? 3 years ago? 2 years ago when he wrestled? Yeah, like, you know what? Let's try to predict the weight class for next year. Let's see. 125, Luke. I'm going to type it in the chat, too, just in case anybody's listening. 133, Ono. 141. Desmond, I think Blaze is going to redshirt. I agree. 149, Shane. 157, Kasak. 65, Duke. 74, Mitchell. 84. I'm going with Will Hinkle. I feel like Will can give a Rocco Welsh for his run for the money. And of course, I am being 100% biased, being from Connecticut. 197, Josh Barr. Doesn't Penn State have a good heavyweight coming in next year, though? I mean, no offense to Cole Mirasola as a twin. Love you, man. But not the best look going 2-2 or 1-2, whatever it was. I feel bad for him. But he gained all that weight, man. He's trying. He's trying his hardest. I don't think his brother Connor would do that to him. As a twin, I think that would be crazy. But I feel like Penn State has a good heavyweight coming in next year, too. Nobody better than Josh Barr. Drayshawn Ross, that's going to Oklahoma State, though. Nobody better. Heavyweight, I'm going to put Cole because I can't think of anybody else. That is my prediction for next year's lineup, just off the top of my head right now. But again, where would Joe Seeley fit? Where does Marcus Blaze fit? Does Mitchell retire after the season and just start his YouTube career with singing because he could probably be making way more money on the YouTube because I'm sure NCAA blocks some of his content from getting monetized. Who knows? But yeah, that's my prediction. You let me know your prediction quick for Penn State's lineup for next year. What weight do you think Bassett's going? 149 next year? I think so too, because I think that is why he didn't go to Penn State. He's not beating Shane Van Ness. Everybody must have knew Nate Desmond before this. Unfortunately, I didn't, but they all must have knew that Nate Desmond was an animal. He's going to be 141 or 149. Joe Seeley's right there too at 149 to 157. Just insane how much depth they have. Connor Pierce is an animal too. He does a great job on that podcast too. I love listening to Connor Pierce and Marcus Blaze. Crazy. Let me know. Chat. What do you think about Penn State's lineup for next year? But I'm excited that Bassett's going to Virginia Tech. I like that he's switching it up. I mean, good for Virginia Tech. Their coach seems like a good dude. Aaron Seidel's a beast. Eddie Ventresca's a beast. They have quite a few good wrestlers. I think Penn State next year is going to be the best Penn State team of all time. Like, they can seriously go 10 for 10. Like, they really – I don't think Duke loses another match in his college career. I'm going to call it right now. I do not think so at all. Because you got to think, most of the Penn State greats only lost 2 to 4 matches. Zane Rutherford lost 3. Bo Nickel lost 3. Nolf lost 2 or 3. David Taylor lost 3. I mean, there is no way PJ Duke loses another match. I just don't see it. I do not see it happening. He is way too good. I did. So I was trying to say it earlier. Thanks for commenting, John. It means a lot. During the live with my brother there, my friends there, we're all wrestlers. We all constantly talk. It looked like he was going for the cradle still, and that's why I didn't agree with the takedown right then. When they replayed it, it makes it more look like Robidoux reacting, right? When he reaches out his hand as the guy's doing the 3, right? But he's obviously just trying to stop the cradle from happening. So when they were showing that live on TV, I'm like, all right, maybe it is reaction time just to keep it with the rest of the tournament and how everything's going with the reaction time nonsense. They need to fix that rule. It's terrible. But when you get on social media, and you see all the angles of him, hooking the leg with one foot, him on his hip, both hands, it looks like 3 to me. I will say in live time, though, I'm not going to be a liar and switch up. I did think it was just reacting time, but I also think it was reacting time only because Duke let go or was about to let go because the ref called the 3. So I think they threw the brick to make sure there was no 3 at that point. And I don't think they could have fast forwarded it more because of where they argued the debate. I think they should have argued, why did you stop that? That was a pinning combination. We can still get a pin in that move. So that's just me personally. I thought in the moment it was no 3, but thinking about it now, I probably think it's 3 just because of their angles. It's really tough, though. That's going to be something we'll talk about for the next decade easily, similar to the Logan Stieber versus Jordan Oliver. So many crazy matches like that have happened over the years. I just don't know what is going on with some of these things. Same thing with Trent Hidley versus Jason Nolf. There was a crazy controversial call for that like 10 years ago. Real ones know what I'm talking about. Yanni versus McKenna. There's all these crazy controversial calls, and that is why I think I'm going to start a new segment on Wednesdays after this year, after NCAA Wrestling ends, after I do a few reaction videos, probably just one, where I'm just going to talk about the most controversial, crazy calls in NCAA Wrestling, and just talk about what just happened because it's crazy. I don't think Bassett's winning next year. I also don't think Bassett's wrestling till 2029. Redshirt freshman at 20 years old because he turns 20 in October. Olympic redshirt 2028, and he's going to be wrestling with his little brother Keegan in the lineup in 2029 and his brother Melvin Miller in 2029. I don't think any member of the Bassett family is wrestling until 2029. That's my opinion. I also don't see him wrestling 4 years at Virginia Tech. There is no way. No way. I think they're going to have 2 good years with the Bassetts. I think he's going to chase that bag, maybe go back to Iowa if Spencer Lee takes over head coach, because there is no way Spencer Lee doesn't take over the program in 2029, right? The brand's contract ends in 2028, even though I think they should retire because next year looks crazy. I feel like Angelo might transfer. Him not finishing the tournament was wild. But they do have Leo DeLuca, who's a beast, and Steve Mako's son going there next year, and quite a few good recruits. Nobody's competing with Oklahoma and Penn State right now. Yeah. You never know. A lot of things are going to happen over the summer for sure with the Worlds and Olympic stuff coming up, just Worlds for the summer. And then the RAF stuff is always cool to watch. You never know who might get injured too, which is crazy. Yeah. The other crazy thing is you never know who's going to transfer. You never know who's going to transfer. It's amazing. This is why it's March Madness, people, and I love talking college wrestling. But that is it for me today. An hour and 39 minutes. We're going to clock it there. Appreciate all of you joining. Means a lot to me. Can't wait to watch the finals tonight with my family. I will not be live streaming, but I really appreciate everybody in the chat. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment below after this video if you liked it, of course, and who your NCAA finals picks are, or champions are. I can't wait to read them all. Appreciate you, everybody. You're the man. See you, Derek Carr. Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody. You all rock. Really means a lot to me. Appreciate you all. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you, everybody.